Hello, my name is Jollymore. This is my kitchen. I am a baker and I bake for my friends, my family, my community, and I would love to welcome you into my house while we bake some cookies and enjoy. Welcome everybody. I'm glad to have you back into my kitchen. We're going to be doing Valentine's Day today, so I thought it only appropriate to have my husband Arch with me. We've been together for about 23 years, and his favorite thing for Valentine's Day is fudge, a vanilla fudge. So, do you think you're up to making the vanilla fudge?
That's the reason I married you, darling.
Okay, so we're going to start with a couple of the ingredients. So we're going to be using 1 cup of whipping cream, a half a cup of butter, unsalted, half a cup of white corn syrup, 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups of white sugar, and vanilla.
The tools we use are basic to every kitchen. A spatula, wooden spoon, which most mothers have used. My mother never did. Measuring spoons, a timer, medium-sized saucepan, Pyrex, oven dish, and a mixer.
So I have to switch places here because Arch is going to put everything in for us. So you're going to shuffle this way.
What, do I do it in that order?
Yeah, so we're going to put the butter in first. We're going to put 1 cup of whipping cream. And it's the half a cup of white corn syrup. But you're going to have to...
Can we work together in this?
Yes, we work together very well. Okay, so we want to get kind of all of that out of there. Okay, and you can keep that in there like that. Okay, now you're going to add the 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of brown sugar. Now we're going to take it over and we're going to put it on. I have a gas stove, as you know, so we're going to take it over and we put it on a low to medium heat. Preferably low when the butter's melting, because you want to wait till the butter all gets melted, and then it's low medium. Once we've melted the butter and it's all worked in together, then it's going to boil for 7 minutes. So we're going to do that. Arch is going to carry it over. I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to start mixing it till we get it all melted.
This is not something you feed your kids before bedtime, for sure.
Okay, so what I do is I let the butter melt, so I don't really do much stirring till the butter's actually melted and it's on a low heat. And so we're almost there right now with the butter melting. The main thing that we're watching for once we're stirring it is not to get the sugar up on the sides, because that'll crystallize. And the other thing that we want is we want it to be all properly mixed, and heat that's dispersed and evenly over it, so when it boils, it's boiling all evenly. And then once the butter melts, then it'll start to boil, and that's we put the timer on for the 7 minutes. So I'm going to take this out, and now we're just going to bring the timer over, and so we're going to low to medium now, and we're going to do the 7 minutes as soon as it starts to bring a boil. It's got to be a real rolling boil before you turn the timer on. You want the whole thing evenly boiling, and then it's going to boil for 7 minutes. Timer's off. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it off the burner, Arch. And we're going to put it just over here for 1 second. So if you want to come over here, we're going to put the 3 teaspoons of the vanilla into here first. You see it? Do you need to count?
3.
Okay. And now we're going to bring over the boiling. And just be very careful. I burned myself on this a couple of times and it is hot. So we're going to Arch is going to carry this over and he's going to pour it into here. It's going to bubble, bubble, bubble. And we're going to just dump it right in. Just try and get as much out as you can. Okay.
You show me the rest of this, you can be replaced.
Oh my gosh.
Just think of all the people that love your fudge.
So I'm going to grab this from you because it's going to be hot. Now you're going to put that up on the mixer, and we're turning this on. Now this goes, you've got to make sure you put this on low, and it's also going to be, it takes about 20 minutes, but I'll show you the texture when I'm almost there so you can see it. So we're going to turn it on, and that's low, no higher than that to do this. We want to make sure that, because it's hot, sometimes they say to cool it down a bit before you start, but I've tried that, and I actually like it this way better. And the other thing is you want to watch it, because if you take it off too quickly, it's also going to, it becomes toffee, and that's still fine too if you want toffee, but there's a difference. You can tell it just takes a second to turn it to the next stage, and then you also have to be careful you don't take it too far, because then you can't, it's just one big pile.
This is nothing like making donuts. Yeah, I can make donuts, but this is slow.
Yeah, it is slow. So you see how it's getting it's taking on a different color, a creamier color. You notice that?
Yeah, a bit of a shine to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it gets creamier and creamier, and you notice the paddle now. You're starting to see the actual
Swirl.
turns.
Almost
Yeah.
like a swirl.
Yeah. Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna dump it down. Okay, so it's ready. You're gonna pour, and it's hot, so watch your hand. You want it to be kind of,
Can I pour over the other
yeah,
part of it?
yeah, because it's hot. And it's gonna look homemade. It's, it's homemade fudge. You need this, you got the spatula there? Okay. You okay? Do you need me to help you? Okay, we got it? Okay. Oh my goodness, thank you. Okay, so you still have quite a bit here.
How'd I do?
You did extremely well. Now stuff is starting to harden, so it'll make a little bit of a bump, but that's okay. You did a beautiful job. We'll leave this little bit for...
Can I lick the spoon?
Yeah, you can lick the spoon. And we'll leave this
Best part of it's what's in the bowl.
We'll leave a little bit for the grandkids to have a little bit for later. So there we are. Beautiful, homemade, right from scratch. I wish you could smell it, because explain the smell. It just smells like childhood, and it smells like your youth, and everything about it feels good to me. What do you think? Does it remind you of your mother's?
My mother's never tasted that good or smelled that good, darling. But it does, fudge from her childhood.
So you now have to wait. You're going to wait because it's got to cool before you cut it. And it is difficult to cut, because when you cut it, you've got to kind of keep taking the knife and giving it a wipe off, because it catches. But again, it's homemade. You want it to look homemade. So it's going to look on the plate like you've just made it. And you want to have it look like it's homemade. So it's a great gift to take to somebody too, if you're going to somebody's house, because people don't often take fudge, but it's a super gift to take to someone's house if they're going to a party. But anyways, we wrap this up. I have some that's already made, and I'm going to just move this mixer out of the way, and I'm going to bring some over that we've already made, and Arch and I are going to have a piece each. Actually, we'll have a little bite. And I don't mean to toot my own horn, people, but that is one good fudge. I do want to say, though, it was a pleasure having you.
Thank you, darling.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Same to you.
And we hope you watch again. We've thoroughly enjoyed this. This is our second one. And we Again, would love to hear from you. Always taking the, taking the fudge and hiding it. So thank you. If there's one of you watching or 10 of you watching, we appreciate it very much. And good night. Say good night. Say good night, Charlie.
Darling.
Good night.